Hi from Estonia. If you are watching this video, so most probably you are planning to apply for a master's degree in democracy and governance. Here I am in front of the Johann Schiele Institute for Political Studies. You can see it is a very beautiful yellowish building, which was a hospital a long time ago. But currently it's my second home. So I'm Meline, second year master student in the program of democracy and governance. Behind me you can see the Angels Bridge and a path which takes you to the city center. The Johann Schiele Institute for Political Studies is only 8 minutes from the dormitory where I live and most probably where you will live if you come here. So let's get inside and I will show you more of our nice building. As you have noticed, we are already inside the building of Johann Schiele Institute for Political Studies, and right now I'm taking you to one of the rooms, which is my favorite place for studying since I came here. So this is a nice and cozy room where you can sit with your friends or alone and study. Here we have the facilities also to warm your food with microwave and some kettle and coffee, and a nice sofa to rest. Basically, this room is mostly made for the students from the journalism program, but everybody has the right to come and have fun here, have rest here, or study here. Our institute is in the heart of the Estonia's second largest city, which is Tartu. Tartu is home for approximately 100,000 people, out of which 14,000 are only students. You can see how many students exist here. The living expenses in Tartu are different. It differs because of the lifestyle of every student, but we can say that in average, a student spends approximately from 300 euros until 500 euros for each month. Because the dormitories cost between 150 to 170, depends which dorm you take, and it can also be different whether it's in summer or it's in winter, where because the utilities in winter are more. However, the dormitories here are cheap, and if you are planning to take a separate apartment, then it also depends how many rooms the apartment have, and so on and so forth. The other living expenses, food and other stuff, approximately 300 also can be. For example, the daily offers in the cafes and restaurants here can be from 3 euros to 7 euros. Also, there are all the possibilities for you to go and have fun in the nightclubs, in karaoke, in pubs, in cafes. There are a lot of student networks who organize a lot of different kinds of student gatherings, welcome parties, farewell parties, and also they have a lot of student discounts for us. Mainly you don't have to worry about the transportation because if you are going to study in the Schiele Institute, it means that you're not going to need a bus at all, because it's only 8 minutes, as I said, approximately from the dormitories. And if you are living a bit far, you can use a bus, which is also cheap because the bus ticket monthly costs around 8 euros. And you have also discounts as a student. Everything is quite close to the dorms. There is a gym which is very close, there is a supermarket and cafeterias, the library, so there is nothing that is considered far in Tartu. So from this window you can see the view of the Angels Bridge and a small cafeteria, if you can spot it, to have lunch, which offers also very tasty soups and a lot of options for both vegetarians and non-vegetarians. Well, right now I'm gonna take you to our library where we usually spend most of our afternoons studying hard for the next day's classes. To work in Estonia when they graduate, I have good news for you because all the international students who come to Estonia and study here after completing the education, you have the chance to work here or to search for work for about 9 months and afterwards apply for a working permit if you would like to. So here now I'm in one of our most favorite and cozy classrooms where we are having many of our classes, even though of course this is not the only one because we have bigger classrooms. So here you can see also a very beautiful view out of those windows, which are kind of very distractive when you are sitting in the class. Okay, so let's talk a bit about the Democracy and Governance program itself. Democracy and Governance program is a 2 years master's program, and during this 2 years master program you will be gaining all the necessary skills to build your career in government, in politics, international organizations, and so on and so forth. Moreover, the core modules of this program are the history of democracy, modern democratic institutions, political behavior and elections, ethnopolitics, ethics, public policy, and public governance. Except from the core module, you also have the chance to choose between the optional subjects, where you can choose subjects such as languages, from journalism, from photography, history, from computer science, whatever subject you want, which might seem from the first sight a bit far from what you are studying or what you are specializing, but you might be interested in it, and I'm sure you will find the time for that. Another thing that I would like to mention is that after completing the Democracy and Governance program, I'm sure that you will have also all the required skills and knowledge to conduct an independent research, both in a qualitative and in a quantitative way. Depends on which method you are interested in. Also, you will also gain a huge knowledge in the contemporary democracy and governance, and what kind of problems is facing the world in the field of democracy and governance, and so on and so forth. All the courses in our university are quite practical. It's not only based on the theory, but also you are having a lot of practice, in a sense that you are not only reading and later on coming and listening to the professor, but you are doing your individual reading and then you're coming and discuss with your fellow students and with the professor all the topics that you have read about, and you have all the chances to express your own opinion. If you want not to express, you can also not express them, of course, but it's highly recommendable. And Tartu University and Institute for Political Studies encourages all the students to build their own opinions on certain topics. None of the professors here are obliging any of us to their own opinions and their own ideas about the world of politics, democracy, governance, and whatever subjects we are studying. Well, many of you will ask the question, why should I choose to study democracy and governance in Estonia, and more specifically in Tartu? There are lots of reasons why Estonia and Tartu is the best place to study democracy and governance. One of them is that Estonia has been transformed both socially and politically during a very short time. During the 2 decades, it has become first world country. It also has become one of the economically strongest countries in the newer Eastern European members of the European Union. Moreover, Estonia managed to sustain a stable democracy and become a leading country in the whole world in e-democracy, e-governance, e-voting, and so on and so forth. Estonia also is very famous in its digital society, and that everything you can think of, you can dream about doing from home in an online way without going out of the house is actually already happening in Estonia. So welcome to Estonia. And one of the things that I would also like to mention about the Tartu University are the very, very professional professors. We have one of the most experienced and professional professors in the whole Eastern European countries, I would mention. I wouldn't be shy to mention about it. Our professors are quite skilled in their fields. They have been experts and have been trained in most of the best universities throughout the world. They give you all the skills and all the knowledge necessary for students to survive in the 21st century, very fast evolving and changing world. So go ahead, the application process is already open. It will be open until March 15. You have first of all to apply via online application system, and later on you will be informed about your feedback. The tuition fee for democracy and governance program is 3,400 euros, but there are also tuition waivers available for the best students. And the best students are actually considered those students whose motivation letter combined with their academic background and experience is gaining most of the points by the committee. Go ahead, apply, and hope to see you in Estonia, and I'm sure that you won't regret to be part of the Estonian e-society. See you in Tartu!